First into the spark tank is the KC-135 Boom Instructor Platform Modification Team, where they developed an innovative design to save those aching backs and save medical costs.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished panel, I'm Sergeant McClater from McConnell Air Force Base representing AMC. I'm here before you today also representing every past, present, and future boom operator and talk to you about an ergonomic problem that we have had for the last 68 years that's plagued our career field. So here's my ask. I'm asking you for $1.5 million investment that will instantly improve quality of life for our career field. We'll give savings of $142 million, We'll give savings of $132 million annually for the next 22 years. Why 22 years? Because the KC-135 is slated to be flying until 2040. So essentially, your return of investment for this idea for the lifespan of this idea, will give you back $3 billion. How did we get here? This is the back of a KC-29P. That boom operator does not have a cushion. He does not have a chin rest. This is where a problem started in 1950. Next is the KC-97, which you can't see, is on the right-hand side. That's where the instructor is supposed to lay down and instruct the student. No cushion, no panel, no chin rest. This is my aircraft, the KC-135. The red outline is my position and the cushion I lay on, but we still don't have a chin rest. The student has a chin rest. We don't. So the first thing I had to do to develop this project is to redesign the actual panel we lay on. That extra material on the line to the left, it doesn't exist on any aircraft in the world. Then I installed it. You can see me right there using it and test it on the aircraft. Next is the actual cushion, ergonomically designed with a hip pillow that's adjustable based on the length and torso of the individual using it. You can see in the picture on the right, it's actually installed, works beautiful. I have chin support and my head support as well. On the picture to the left, you see what I go through every single day, refueling and instructing students. I'm in this position for up to 2 hours. My head is free-floating. There is no support. My spine is arched. On the right-hand side, you see exactly what change this thing will bring to the fight. Picture above shows you the cushion in the 135 that we currently use, and the cushion below is the cushion that I want to install on this aircraft that's ergonomically correct and safer. Here's what I look like refueling General F-16s, instructing students. That left picture is the 135 when I'm currently laying in the back of the airplane like. It's uncomfortable, unsafe. The picture to the right is what we want. So here's the timeline. Since 2013, I've developed a way we can further save $685,000 by making those panels on base, in-house. I've developed the drawings, the blueprints, ready to go for manufacturing. I have a prototype panel and cushion ready for flight testing. The Air Force Form 1067 for the modification has already been approved by ATC, AMC, and the Human Power HPW. This is our way forward. This is what we need from you.
And that ends our 3-minute pitch.
Got it.
Judges, what questions do you have?
What's your cost per unit?
I'm sorry, ma'am?
What's your cost per unit?
Ma'am, so there's 414 tankers. $1.5 million divided by 414 is $3.6 thousand per aircraft. The current cushion we're using costs $1,000. It's very simple. Obviously, this one's going to be a little bit more complex. So $3.6 thousand per aircraft for the entire fleet, $1.5 million.
So first, let me just tell you that I've been pulled out of a lot of bad places by great boom operators, so thank you. I wouldn't be sitting here right now had it not been for you.
Appreciate it. Thanks, sir.
So boom operators, like pilots, like everybody, they come tall, short, small, large, medium, right, men, women. As you looked at this, did you look at all the various, because this is about ergonomics, right? Did you look at the various body shapes, and will this work for the population?
Yes, sir. So I was at the FTA former training unit at Altus. We took the tallest boom operator, which is like 6'8", and the shortest like 5'2". We tested like 6 different variations of this. So everything's designed to fit any type of boom operator that can fly height-wise. Now, great question, sir, because that pillow that I designed is detachable and movable. So essentially, a short person brings it up, a tall person brings it back down so they can actually use it. Otherwise, it would be uncomfortable for short people or great for tall people. So it's essentially, that's in the design. Yes, sir.
Did I hear you say that you had already received some type of preliminary indication that certification would be possible? I mean, have you shared drawing packages with the SPO, for instance?
Yes, sir. My 1067 is currently at the SPO, so what I didn't get a chance to ask you is we need help to push it to the SPO. This mod's been alive for 4 years, and it's still sitting there. Ma'am, this morning you said that it took 3 years to get J-Stars on board. Well, this cushion panel has been waiting for 4 years to help us. And all that saving we could have had, $400 or $500 million, it just went right by.
So who's your SPO?
And are they here in this crowd?
I plead the fifth, ma'am.
How often will they need to be replaced?
So, Chief, if you're using them every single day, it's about 5 years, but usually they last longer. Now, the cushions that I'm putting in there are actually, all the materials that I'm using are FAA certified. So the cushion that's going in there is actually a cushion from a C-17 bunk. The cover is from C-17 bunk. The panel is from C-17 flooring. So it's heavy duty, it's gonna last a long time. Now, we've had cushions before that are gel or other designs, but we ended up running into issues like with the gel cushion. It looks great, right? Except at altitude, when it freezes, now you're laying on a piece of ice trying to do your job. So it doesn't work because the boom pod, it gets really, really cold. And that was another thing about my cushion, that it stretches the entire length versus the current that does 60%. So my feet aren't freezing anymore. My knees are not touching the aircraft freezing, which is very uncomfortable.
So I had heard that the Air Force had purchased a new tanker that addresses this issue. What's the useful life of this modification? I mean, how long is it going to be before it becomes obsolete?
Great question, sir. So the KC-10 and the KC-46 doesn't have this problem because the individual actually sits down. I'm also one of the 46 guys, so you just sit down in a nice, comfortable chair. You don't have to worry about this. This mod, the KC-135 is going to be online or flying past 2040. So we got 22 more years that we could be utilizing this, and that's where that $3 billion comes in. Because if we've already spent $5 since 1950, $5 billion on the drain.
So thanks for the great questions. And judges,
thank you.
The real question is, do we have a spark?
All right.
I hear some audience participation on this one.
I see in the audience here, Darlene, could you, before we leave tonight, I want you to talk to this guy, figure out his SPO, and get this to the airmen.
Good. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
That's our. Darlene is our acting assistant secretary for acquisition for the United States Air Force. I really don't have $156 billion. She does, though, and all the people who do the paperwork. So, right there in the second row.
Got it. Thank you, ma'am.
And
Good. You stay.
and Darlene, let's see if we can heat it.
All right.
So I'm from OSD, and I'm here to help. And we can't help you with your SPO problem, but we can help you with your prototyping problem. So work with you to design for manufacturability, get the package pulled together. And I dig this. I think this is great. We'd love to help.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. I'm glad you said OSD because the SecDef recently said that if you're injured, you can't deploy, you have to get out. So we have a lot of boom operators that are getting out. That's why the bonuses are coming back for boom operators like 18 plus years, because this is one of those major issues for that.
Well, let's fix it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.